Wake up. What are these dishes going at my feet? Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous. Who crawled up your butt and died? You. Gross. Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there. This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me. That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worried about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys. I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay?
You know what? I don't care. If this guy has such an oversensitive snowflake, I'll play into it. I don't care.
I'm supposed to be Batman. You're Robin.
Whatever.
Look, I get you're upset, but we're in this together. No, we're not.
Good. Let him be the Batman. I mean, whatever that means. First chance I get, I'm going pro.
I'm just gonna leave. I don't know what his problem is. You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air. He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me. Jumping fiddlesticks.
He wants a team, he can have it. I don't care. I'm going pro.
AT&T Stadium on this beautiful Saturday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the top travel destination this week for alumni of these two storied football powerhouses, and the site of the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups. It's the Texas Longhorns taking on the Miami Hurricanes. To play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. He's past the 30.
First and 10. And they're on the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action and let him throw right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. They'll get down in the air now and intercept it. They have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
They'll try to run the option here. reinforcements coming as they're going to stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They touch this off over the middle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A 13-yard gain brings up 3rd and a yard.
Now I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Daniel. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
He's letting this one go for 4. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allow that turnover
Get this inside the 30. Gain there of 21 yards. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It was starting to get really, really loud in here. Take this in for a long-run touchdown.
Is there anything prettier than a well-executed first round?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
It's up and good. It'll give those guys a 7-0 lead.
Longhorns 7, Hurricanes nothing.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Taking to the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return at their own 25-yard line. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They had the interception last time and led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
We just have the benefit to be able to run the ball successfully. They picked up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 29, Daniel. Forced out to his left, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap for Daniel. And it's brought in by Washington. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. Don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Woods. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, yeah, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Daniel. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Daniel's pass. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniel. And he was stopped right at midfield. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
That's a play that likely we forgot when he talked about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Midfield, here's Daniel. Left side, Gilmore. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. If they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Woods. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
He's back. Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent game.
3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. From the gun, Daniel. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Daniel. His throw incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for a wideout. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Two seconds to go, 1st quarter. On 2nd and 10, Daniel. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Longhorns 7, Hurricanes nothing.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Daniel. They'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. It is out of bounds, but not before he's It's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Hurricanes now going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you don't give up a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
He's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, once I saw the second defender, I knew he wasn't going to catch it. Right there, it was a window of opportunity, but then I noticed this guy. Forget it, not going to happen.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. It's turning it Catch off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. This young quarterback does have the support of former players and teammates. He actually told us that he heard from former Longhorns like Colt McCoy and also Earl Thomas as they reached out to him via social media in the days leading up to this semifinal. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you.
Second catch for him today, and we're running down the 1st down.
The 16-yard line. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion. Really good.
Taken down at the 2-yard line. 4 yards. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run for it with Martin. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding it at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has to.
And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. 2-yard touchdown play. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
Heading down to the end zone. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Yeah, he's going to keep it here. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now, my mom went to high school with Coach Tom Landry at Dallas Cowboys, but unfortunately, the Cowboys are sticking like glue to the shoe with Dak Prescott. So, as much as I want to play with the Dallas Cowboys, I have to go with the Texans. Deshaun Watson's having problems, so that's my choice. The Texans.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. That will be incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Dak Prescott, before his injury, he wasn't doing much. He was just following the system and getting stats. But the system is not geared for the playoffs. The system is geared game by game by game by game, win or lose. It depends on the other team's defense. I'm a playmaker, I take risks. So I'm better off with the Texans because Dak Prescott, they're playing it safe. And that is exactly why they never make the playoffs. They never get beyond the playoffs. The Jones family, hey, they're just playing it safe. They're not interested in, it doesn't matter if they get to the Super Bowl or not. They got a stadium that's expensive, so.
The Miami punter out on the field as he's on to kick it away. There'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up and go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The throw over the middle, take it in. He's into the clear. He'll take this in for a long-run touchdown. Big play there. 66 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. How they will do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock with your wins at the half and see if you come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. That's taken in by Henderson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's going to find his way out of the backfield. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again. Over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Daniel. Eluding the pressure. So he scooped up the defense. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. He always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
The Longhorn fans, they're saying, Tommy who? They've got the big lead as we reach halftime.
Hurricanes 3.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Taken in the end zone, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. offensive drive, the Hurricanes get set. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here.
Good work. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah, I like that. Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Daniel. They find Henderson there, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Where the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off,
in a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He down at the 31. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help Madden at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
Intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage and easily block it.
Second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. What a game that he has had throwing the football now. 4 touchdown passes. This offense played at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he is going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. The extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And we'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. At their own 25-yard line. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now an option play, he'll keep it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see him shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Well, with a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Miami punter out on the field as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a good play there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
At their own 38-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Martin. Is down inside. He is in. Touchdown. Great play there. 59 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until it popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They did a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Take it in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense is strong.
Join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay, because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
When you think you might have turned it on us too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
But here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Woods. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Daniel. And it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Daniel launching one for Henderson and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Miami punter out on the field as he'll come on to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt. This is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there, 17 yards.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And Charles, look, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question, he's been the star of the show. But while we say that, let's make sure we remember the rest of the team, the supporting guys, because otherwise, a lot of mamas upset with it if we don't mention them, and they have played awfully well in addition.
He's got a rifle on deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of your game, because keep bringing it around, you do a couple of things, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
When they down off the field on third down, an excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And in that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done at high stop.
It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late. Pressure, and down goes Daniel.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Daniel, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 12.
Defense has spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, Daniel. That's caught by Jackson. They take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. That both doing was going to open up the middle of the field. That's a shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. First down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for good yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again is Daniel. And down he goes.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11. incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone and the frustration.
Now I gotta admit, if I had had a different head coach, I wouldn't be playing like this. These are just my recollections. But because of this head coach and this other QB, this pain in the ass QB, they frustrated me. I had to go pro. I couldn't stay with this team. I just had to go pro. So they pushed me. Their incompetency pushed me. And I had to just throw it deep and just hope that I could get the stats, the reputation, and then go pro and get away from the head coach and this other stupid QB.
The body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Daniel. Put to Gilmore over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. It's running back, and he's got it. And this will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Daniel throwing again. With a second catch, Gilmore. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Now Daniel on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I know my defense is exhausted. All those quick touchdowns, they are exhausted. Hey, the head coach said it's all about the defense. Well, so far the defense has been walked all over. So is he still boasting that he's just a defense? Well, screw him. I'm going pro.
And a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to it, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
The Hurricanes now with a 1st and goal. Once again, Daniel steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
So, hey, head coach, where's your defense? Come on, back it up. They're being walked all over.
So So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. With the gun, here's Daniel. And he's going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stumper.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Shotgun snap for Daniel. It's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
From the gun, Daniel. Touchdown, Miami. Eddie Jackson there to make the grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, head coach, you do the walking and the talking. How does it feel like being shit all over? I just hope he doesn't read my online postings.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off the there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. Here's the score. Longhorns 35. Hurricanes 10. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It will come out to the 25. At their own 25-yard line.
I did my damage. Hey, time to take a knee and get out of here. I'm going on vacation.
Longhorns offense has not missed a beat, and that Texas fan base, it is large, it is loud, it is proud, and they can start to smell it now. They are about to be headed for a national title game as they start out on this drive here, 1st and 10, and that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game, 1st and 15. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20.
I'll give it to.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Sooner or later, we should get a snap, I think. This is now first and 25 after another penalty. And they'll indeed take a knee. So on the strength of 4 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the Texas Longhorns are moving on to play for a national title.
You alright? I'll be fine.
Get out of my face.